Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Today I am planning on asking a question no one has thought of because a lot of people. Why would you ask this? I mean, honestly, it makes me concerned for your mental health. Anyway, can you beat Assassin's Creed Mirage without tools, Eagle, or upgrades? Frankly, this started out as an only non tools run, realized I never bought any upgrades, so I stuck with it, and I didn't use the Eagle at all. Let's get into it. So, we start out by obviously going through and ensuring that our game is on the hard difficulty. We kill a guy on accident, kind of, who knows, later. We ended up getting our practice in by boxing a deer that glitched out on me. It was really funny. Of course, I won the fight. Ended up boxing a bunny who tried to escape me. He failed. And then we finally left off on our journey. So, now I can take a chance and explain the rules. So, basically, I am not allowed to use any tools in combat. I am allowed to use throwing knives to destroy things to get me into rooms. However, I tried to do this as little as possible. But the reason why I say this is because there's no tool that I can use that won't do any damage. But if any enemy takes damage, I have to restart from a recent checkpoint, including the chain assassination, which was annoying as you'll see later. I'm not allowed to use my eagle to help me find things, but I can use eagle vision. And finally, no upgrades in weapons. I am allowed to find other weapons and armors, but not upgrading. Alright, we start out by meeting this glorious man I would die for. Beshi would become my love, my savior, and my reason to live. He would make this challenge bearable after giving me my first annoying task, but it's not his fault. We still love him. By the way, I should mention, if you don't understand the rules of the challenge, it's okay. You'll pick up on pretty quickly. But anyway, Beshi wants me to free some rebels. So what do? Well, that's stupid. I kill some people and I decide to sneak around. Notoriety is going to be a problem. Why? Because if you get to know notoriety level 3, mercenaries come after you. These guys are annoying. Like really annoying. It's not even funny. But after we kill a few people, this problem hits me. This challenge is going to be annoying because normally this place is a heaven for ranged weapons kills, with stealth mainly. But combat, as you can see, is doable. Just dodge the occasional red hit, and then parry a couple, and then they're dead, or sneak around them. Anyway, this is the mercenary I was talking about. He is exceptionally annoying due to how fast he is, the damage he deals, and the amount of attacks he has. So what do? I run. I run like hell, for I am not strong enough to defeat him yet. After that, I talk to Beshi again, hoping that my tactics and my willingness to help him would win over his heart. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But did I get deterred? No, because he was flirting with me. Something about a prison and someone in his rebellion being kept there who was needed to be freed. I don't know. I didn't listen. I assumed he was flirting and got lost in his eyes. No, these jokes will not stop. Anyway, as we continue, we meet up with our teachers to basically give them our test grades. They told me I failed, and as punishment, I needed to break into a prison. I wanted to color in a coloring book. That was not an option. Anyway, at the prison, I find, which took some investigating, but nothing interesting happened, I planned to sneak in, and I found this guy, Ali, and his killer. I thought about fighting him in the open, but assassination was just a lot easier. And frankly, yeah, I'm taking the easy way. This challenge is going to be long. I do enjoy this game, but not that much. Anyway, freed Ali with the hopes that he would help me convince that Beshi and I belong together, and I proved that by defeating an entire army while Ali escapes. This was honestly proving to me that combat was not going to be that hard. Trust me, these guys are pretty easy. They keep coming for a while, but then eventually I just kind of got bored and I left. But yeah, combat's not hard. The order or my mentor wanted me to assassinate this one guy. I didn't ask any questions, so I went stabby stabby. And I went a little bit extra. Do I regret it? No. I regret that I did not have a GoPro to record that. Holy cow. Okay, I also unlocked Assassin Focus, which is allowed in the game, but yeah, there's no but around it. It's basically overpowered, but I am allowed to use it considering that it does not have you use any tools or anything. And yeah, it's broken as fuck. I met back with my teachers, and they basically told me you have 3 targets to choose from you can do in any order. So, off I went. Longly. And they force you to get a tool here. I chose the noisemaker after much debate. I wanted to ensure that there was no possibility of me having a tool I could use. And on my very first playthrough, I never even touched the noisemaker, so it seemed like the logical decision. Was it? Who knows? But yeah, you have to unlock it, but you don't have to use it. Anyway, I met up at the first bureau, and the guy basically told me I'm going to school. Fuck you. But basically, the guy I'm looking for is at the House of Wisdom. We sneak around there, run into Nehal. She's kind of important, kind of not. It's all very confusing, especially if you didn't play Valhalla. By the way, I'm never doing a challenge on Valhalla. Do you know how long that game is? Good God. Got into a fight with these three guys and died multiple times. This fight that you're seeing now, where I finally killed this guy, was, I kid you not, the 7th attempt because I either ran out of stamina or I didn't have time. Did some investigating outside in the city, in the desert, like a weird tomb thing. Explored more of a doctor's office. Also, I forgot to explain earlier, after I killed the doctor. But if any of you are wondering where my blades came from that do poison damage, I picked them up earlier. Did some more assassinations. This was a problem I had. It threw the throwing knife, so that was not allowed. So we decided we're going to load a new save. Finally, we're back into it. This is how the assassination needs to work. If it doesn't work that way, it's not allowed. I finally found him, the idiot who brought me to school, and forced him to face justice, as I am Basim. Took a walk with my teacher on the way to the store. She said I could get a coloring book. Lied and made me do some investigating. And look, the chain assassination worked beautifully. Put a bet on a hairpin that I knew Beshi would love, and I needed him on a date. And used that hairpin to get me a new target killed. She fell easily. Like, really easily. Wasn't even close. Did a fight again where I showed off the poison blades. These are the hidden one blade and dagger, so I did not pay for them because I refused to pay for Ubisoft stuff. But then, as this game was coming to a close, the worst, most possible thing happened. Ali had told me that we were going somewhere. And by the way, did I say worst? I meant best, because Beshi is back. Look at that beautiful man. It has been so long since I have seen him. Gosh, I would take him out to dinner. Did some investigating from a guy who was drunk, basically spilling me all of his secrets, which I loved. Did a cool backflip into some hay. And then finally had to sneak around a barn looking for some runaway kid, I guess. I don't know. And then I easily took care of a boss fight by this focus. Yeah, there's no way around it. This focus is insanely overpowered, but yeah. Listened in to some guards who were in a meeting, basically giving me a couple more targets. Got into a really big fight outside one target's place, and yeah, more. Basically assassinated this guy after I used the focus on these two buddies. And then finally killed the second after 10 attempts because he has an army with him and a giant ship that he loves. But now, truly, the worst possible thing in this game is about to happen to me. You probably know what it is. Beshi is killed. There is nothing I can do but assassinate this one guy for some reason. My heart sank as Beshi had this blade slowly plunged into him and then quickly pulled out. Get your head out of the gutter. We are in mourning. Beshi is dead. I have no reason to live except to kill this man, which I will. Yeah, so I killed him. It was honestly really easy. He didn't see me coming. And then we fought with the rebels on the way out because I needed to blow off some steam. Then it became the search for the final target, which was a lot. A lot. Basically, the only thing of note here is that I snuck into the harem. And I know what y'all are thinking, but keep it in your pants. We have a mission. We are here in search of evidence. This is the correct way to go. Everyone else does not matter in the other investigation. Then I had a talk with the governor for some reason. The game makes you do the quest, but it's not him. It's the one in the harem. Then my mentor decided she wanted to fuck with me, not in the fun way. I had assassinated all of the major members of the Order, but she decided she deserved the honor of assassinating the head. I protested. As I had done all of the work, you were not going to claim my glory. In the end, it took some convincing, but I was finally able to get her to let me. Even after a lot of anger, she did not like the fact I was curious about our relic that we had found. But yeah, she kind of ran from me. And for an older woman who doesn't do a whole lot of physical activity, she is fast. Like, goddamn. Despite entering right behind her, she disappears. She eventually talks to me, but before I can kill her, yeah, my teacher betrays me and kills her. That bitch. She was mine to kill. I was going to destroy the order, but I also wanted answers because frankly, this game does not give enough answers. Yeah, I took off for the home of the assassins because there is something there that would give me the answers I finally seek. I don't know why Nehal is with me, but she is. Anyway, after some fighting, I found the door and then was met with my true, best, and worst challenge: a throwing knife, a wall, and my teacher on the other side. Now, guys, I would love to be able to tell you that I won this fight super easy considering how old she is. I would love to be able to say I wiped the floor with her. Truth be told, I will not lie to you guys. This fight was only easy after the first stage. So, the problem is, the game tells you to throw a knife at her to basic and then it opens you up for regular combat. Otherwise, she keeps doing red attacks and you dodge them even if you have the rollover ability. And I have every skill that could help me unlocked. So, there's nothing you can do until you throw the throwing knife. And look, I am trying to get her to try and attack me, but she kills me. And I was not prepared to spend multiple hours on this one boss fight considering how close we are to the end of the run. So what do? I wait for the loading screen to end, and then I finally just decide, you know what? I'm going to take her on the way the game wants me to. So I get myself ready, and here's the thing: the poison blades do not work on her. So I throw my one and only knife of the run at an opponent, which means I have failed the challenge of no throwables. Anyway, beside from that one, you really don't have to do anything else except just wait for her to attack. If she does a heavy, you dodge and then you hit her a couple times, otherwise, you parry and hit. Like I said, it's only the one knife. And again, for those of you wondering, the reason why I have so many skill points saved up is because they either benefit the eagle or they do tool stuff, which I cannot use anyway. So I wanted to save them to see how many I'd have. After I finally beat my teacher and disarmed her dagger, it was time to kill her. But Basim was a little bitch and refused to kill her. See, he makes you think that he's going to kill her, but he does not. Instead, he simply touches her armor. It's such a shame. Beshi had to die, but she lives. Frankly, I really, really do hate this game. I'm kidding, I like it. Anyway, I found a bunch of Tron discs, realized I did not want to be in this vault for long, and then finally open the door to understand everything. If you have played this and you don't understand it, well, buckle in. I can either tell you or you can leave now. You already know the result of the challenge. So, basically, Basim is the reincarnation of Loki, as you learn somehow through Valhalla. It's not through the main story. And so Nehal was never there. Nehal is the representation of Loki in Basim's mind. What we are seeing now is the area where Loki was imprisoned, because for some reason in the Assassin's Creed series, all of the gods are fucking Isu or the ancient civilization. Got it? Good? Me neither. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I managed to beat Assassin's Creed Mirage without my eagle or upgrades and only throwing one knife. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you believe that I failed the challenge because I allowed throwing knives to get into obstacles without killing an enemy, let me know in the comments down below. And have a great day. See you next time.